Determine without using technology whether the given trig ratios are positive or negative. All right, that's not too bad. First of all, we have to quickly sketch this angle. Without a lot of detail, we just need to know which quadrant it is in. So starting at 0, 90, 180, 270. 280 would be just a little past 270, so it's in the bottom right quadrant. Now, if you remember the cast rule, which goes like so, it says that only cosine is positive in this quadrant, which tells us everything else, including sine, must be negative. The other way you could work this out is if you remember that sine is y over r. R is always positive, it's our hypotenuse. The y coordinate is negative in both of these quadrants. And it's positive up here where the positive y coordinates are. So sine 280 would have to be negative because we're below the axis, we're in the negative y land. Tangent of 7 pi by 6, go back to blue. 1 pi by 6, 2 pi by 6, 3, 4, 5, 6 pi by 6, and then a little further, this is 7 pi by 6. So we're in the bottom left quadrant. By the cast rule, tells us only tangent is positive in this quadrant. Well, hey, this is tangent, so it should come out positive. If you use the ratios say that tangent is y over x. In this quadrant, because we're below the axis, y is negative, and because we're left of the axis, x is also negative. Negative divided by negative gives us a positive result. Same thing the cast rule said. Third one. There are two more. 10 pi by 3. 1, 2, 3 pi by 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Again, we're in the bottom left quadrant. And the cast rule says only tangent is positive down here, so cosine must be negative. Or, the other way to work it out, cosine is x over r. We're to the left here, so x is negative. The radius is always positive. Negative over positive gives us a negative result. So the cast rule or the ratios both agree. Now, two more. Cosecant minus 225. I find cosecant upsetting. Let's fix that. Cosecant is 1 over sine minus 225. That's a little bit better. Now, negative angle, we're going to be going clockwise here. Negative 90, 180. This would be 270, or sorry, negative 270. So negative 225 has got to be in this quadrant. Using the cast rule. Cast rule says only sine is positive in this quadrant. So, okay, this sine will be positive. 1 over that sine will also be positive. So, positive result. If we use our ratios, you can say that sine is y over r. In this quadrant, because we're above the axis, the y's are positive, and the radius is always positive. So again, we find that we should get a positive result. Cast rule and the ratio agree, and they always should. Cotangent. Of course, that's 1 over the tangent of minus 13 pi by 6. Now let's see what that horrible angle looks like. Going in the negative direction, so clockwise, pi by 6, 2 pi by 6, 3 pi by 6, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This is negative 13 pi by 6. It's in the bottom right quadrant. The cast rule says only cosine is positive here, meaning tangent will be negative and 1 over tangent will be negative as well. So we should get a negative result for this one. Or, if you use the tan ratio, tan is y over x. In this quadrant, we're below the axis, so y is negative. We're to the right, so x is positive. Negative over positive comes out negative again. So once again, they match. And 1,000, good times. Secant is 1 over cosine. So what they're asking for is 1 over the cosine of 1,000 degrees. Okay, off we go. 90, 180, 270, 360, 450, 540, 630, 720, 810, 900, 990, and then 10 more degrees puts us right here. So we are in quadrant 4 in the bottom right. In this quadrant, the cast rule says cosine only is positive here, so 1 over positive should come out positive. Or, if you use the ratios, cosine is x over r. We're to the right, so x is positive. The radius is always positive, so again, positive result.